I'm Janissa Vuchkova with your 345 News. A vigil is being held this evening in the city's East Park to remember the victims of the New Zealand terror attack. The Muslim Council and Southampton City Council have arranged for a moment of prayer and reflection in honor of the 50 people who lost their lives when a gunman opened fire in Christchurch. While earlier, we spoke to Muhammad Ajid from the Abu Bakr Mosque, who told us why he's organized the event.
People of different faiths have gotten together. People of no faiths have shown their support and gotten together. In fact, whilst I talked to you, I was just given a letter today from the Hampshire County Council, also showing their support and their participation. So this is open to anybody and everybody. It's to show when atrocities and calamities like this happen, then everybody should pull together. We are all believers of coming from Adam and Eve. We all have the same mother and father, and in times like these, unity is most important. The whole purpose of acts like this terrorism is to create a disunity and problems and issues with one another. So it is at times like these we all need to get together.
Let's cross live to Abby Labden, who's at the Peace Fountain. Abby, how important is this for the people of Southampton?
Yes, it is very important. The community hope that this will spread awareness, despite it being in the other part of the world, in New Zealand. The community hope that this will honour the victims and pay the respects.
I think it's an absolute brilliant idea that Southampton's come together, and I think particularly how the Prime Minister of New Zealand has actually led the whole unification of New Zealand, and how she has gone out and met with the local people, how she even wore a hijab when she went to meet with the local people.
I think it's good that it's being done. It's not only affected obviously the people there, but
plus as well what happened, I think it's good that we're making it sort of so everyone recognises that it could happen here, it could happen there, it could happen anywhere, and to recognise that I think is important. So
in a few hours' time tonight, the Muslim Council have organised a peace vigil here at East Park, behind the Peace Fountain here behind me. They hope that this will bring spirit and community spirit to those in Southampton. There is at the Medina Mosque a few walks away. Refreshments will be held, and everyone and anyone is welcome tonight.
Thanks, Abby. It's been over a year since a bookstore in the city centre was closed because of a fire, and now the old Waterstone store is due to reopen. It will no longer sell books, but is now on the market for rent by Green & Partners. The church and Barclays Bank reopened after a refurbishment last year. Southampton City Council is holding talks today about the famous Bargate Shields, which needs some work since its last renovation in 2016. Residents are worried that a key part of the city's history that's been around for hundreds of years may not be refurbished.
Know about history, so I think because this city is famous for quite a few things, from the Titanic to the Spitfires to obviously the medieval times.
Of course, this is history of Southampton. This is to show how strong this country was.
For years, disabled passengers haven't been able to use Platform 2 at Totton Railway Station because there is no disabled access. But it looks like they'll receive good news next month, thanks to a campaign by a Southampton councillor. Alex Daniel has more.
Totton Railway Station, that is situated just outside of Southampton, has been in use to passenger services since 1859. However, in 2019, accessibility for disabled passengers wishing to get on and off of trains heading south on Platform 2 is still non-existent. As mentioned, Platform 2 remains inaccessible to wheelchair users due to steps being present on both the footbridge and to reach the platform from the south entrance to the station. This means that disabled passengers wishing to alight at Totton train station have to get off at Southampton Central, where lifts are available to transfer them from platform to exit. To get more information on the matter and to find out the latest developments, I spoke to Conservative councillor for Totton North, Neville Penman, who for the last 6 months has been involved in the campaign to make the required changes needed to Platform 2 to make it accessible for disabled railway users.
Working with South West Trains and Network Rail, I had meetings on the station, took photographs of the state of the stations because nothing's been done for 50 years, and they met me there. They put us on the list for the stations in Hampshire, and it went from there. I work a lot with disabled. I'm a carer part-time, and knowing that platform 2 didn't have an exit or entrance, I thought that perhaps I can do something about it and you know, get some of the grants.
So from what Neville explains there is looking hopeful that disabled passengers could be receiving good news in April in regard to the better accessibility for them on platform 2 at Totton Railway Station. This is Alex Daniel reporting for Solent Journalism.
Thousands of pounds have been raised by volunteers who took part in a sponsored sleep out in Southampton. It was organised by the YMCA Fairthorn Group at Southampton Guildhall to help vulnerable young people. Luke Henry reports.
Friday night at the Guildhall saw many people brave the blustery and wet conditions to take part in the YMCA street sleep. The volunteers used sheets, cardboards and tents as beds for the evening as they embarked on a 13-hour sleep out. The project was run by the YMCA charity to raise awareness for homelessness as well as mental health in a big project to help young people within the area. The charity organiser, Corinne Ball, explained the importance of the sleep out and the purpose of this in more detail.
So we're here at the Guildhall Square tonight. There's 70 participants and over 20 volunteers and 7 restaurants who have all supported this event to fundraise for vulnerable young people. So we're raising money to help those who are vulnerable, who might need mental health support, are homeless.
The charity event managed to raise over £16,000, which was a fantastic achievement and a cause for celebration. The evening consisted of a wide range of activities, such as the cardboard challenge. Live music was also on offer from a choir, as well as a couple of children playing with the pots and pans. Hot food and drink was also provided throughout the evening, as well as the opportunity to sit down and relax, of course. This is the second sleep out that has happened in Southampton, with one taking place at St Mary's 2 last year, which was put together by the Saints Foundation as homelessness is still very rife in the South Coast. Events like this are tackling the problem as we hope to see a reduce in the amount of people living on the streets. This has been Luke Henry for Solent Journalism.
A kebab shop in Southampton had received an award for the best British kebab at the 7 awards ceremony at the Park Plaza Hotel. Uni Kebab received the prize for customer satisfaction. It beat more than 5,000 other local restaurants and takeaways. A deceased cedar tree has been transformed into a unique fairy garden at Royal Victoria Country Park. The tree was due to be cut down, but it was saved by a company that helped children in care to give them something to enjoy. Holly Busby explains.
A magical kingdom in Royal Victoria Country Park, complete with a castle, a dragon, a wizard and a 20-foot picnic table, are part of the medieval-themed tree sculpture set up by the Fairways Foundation. The company aims to provide support services to young people, including social care and education. They commissioned professional wood sculptor Chris Bain to transform the 140-year-old cedar tree into the medieval woodland, as they wanted to make the most of the treasured monument before it was due to be cut down.
Well, I was given a task to design a project in which our service users could be involved with as a community project, and it just so happened when we came to the park this tree was going to be cut down anyway. It was the biggest tree in the park, the oldest tree in the park, and it was diseased, so due to safety measures it was going to be cut down anyway, so we asked if we could have it and do something magical with it.
The sculpture, which was a one-man job, took months to build, and his only resource in the building of the spectacle was a chainsaw.
So we are having the Fairy Garden grand opening is going to be Sunday, April 14th from 3 o'clock, and it should be a nice day, so everybody come on down and see the magical tree.
This is Holly Busby for Solent Journalism.
That's all from Multimedia Journalism for this academic year. You can find all our stories and more online. Head to solentjournalism.co.uk. Have a great evening. Bye!
Wait.